Visit CCGCastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Another day, another video. I'm continuing with a budget build project. So today we'll be looking at Weezing and a Bunnelby. So this is a friendly deck that you can actually build with few uncommon cards. So basically, Weezing is the card from the Fates Collate. It's uncommon, and it's the evolution from the Koffing. So originally Weezing and Koffing was released in that generation 1, and they were grass. I think they were printed first in the fossil. I think they are actually in the fossil. Not sure if they was printed in the base set. But anyway, Balloon Bomb for double cores energy, flip to coin. For each has discard 2 cards from the top of your opponent deck. And what else you need? You don't need anything else. In theory, with this deck, you can discard from 1 up to 8 cards per turn from your opponent deck. So that's just insane. I mean, with the Bunnelby, in theory, you can discard 1 card with the Burrow if you just decide to go with the 1. But for example, with Weezing, if you get 2 heads, you can discard 4 cards, and with Team Rocket Handiwork, you can discard 4 more cards. That means that you can discard 8 cards in total, which is just ridiculous. Imagine discarding 8 cards per turn, and your opponent have like 40 cards left after his first turn. You need like 5 turns to actually win the game, where he is not going to be even able to drop 5 prizes in 5 turns. I mean, he can grab 5 prizes in theory, but you have still 1 prize left. So to help me out, I'm running that Bunnelby with the Burrow and Rotelier. Basically, I can shuffle back some cards from my discard pile back into my deck, and that can be very important. On the other side, Crushing Hammer and Enhanced Hammer will give me definitely support by preventing my opponent from being able to attack. In the meantime, I can actually just Balloon Bomb. And of course, with Team Rocket Handiwork, I can just mill out my opponent more and more if I get lucky on the heads. So basically, you can play Team Rocket Handiwork and Weezing attack, and you can get 4 tails and do pretty much nothing. This deck is pretty much on the luck. It's a pure luck. There is no skill, in my opinion, with this deck. It's just pure luck. How many heads and how many luck you can get to hit heads on the coin flip, that many times you can actually discard 2 times the cards of your opponent top deck. So 10 Pokemon, as you can see, 4/4 line of the Koffing and Weezing, 2 Bunnelbys, and 44 training cards featuring 6 energies. First of all, I want to say that I'm not running Karen because still I'm not have Karen on my account, but today that will be fixed. Thank God. And then I will start to use Karen. So definitely I would run Karen probably in this build, but since I don't have Karen, I cannot play it. In my opinion, Karen should be better than Super Rod because I can reshuffle back more Pokemons. But on the other side, it can also help my opponent a little bit. So in that case, he can have more cards. But Karen is actually a little bit better. Okay, maybe this build is not that good as in the other builds, for example, like Mega Rayquaza and stuff like that. So anyway, let's go to some item cards. So 6 hammers, 4 Crushing Hammer, 2 Enhanced Hammer. So in theory, I can move 6 energies with the team Flare Grunt. That can be 7, and with 4 V Seekers 11 in total. So you can imagine how many energies your opponent will play. Probably 12 maximum per deck, of course. And 1 Escape Rope. 1 Special Charge to be able to reshuffle those double cores energy, very important, and 2 copies of that Super Rod to reshuffle those Bunnelbys, Koffings, and Weezings, but of course even those regular energy cards. 4 copies of Trainers Mails with Ultra Ball and Seeker for the best consistency I can get. Of course, a lot of different supporter cards. As you can see, I have like 15-20 supporter cards. So the first one should be 1 Ace Trainer. Well, you never know when your opponent can take that early price card. We can just Ace Trainer him down to 3 cards, and basically he might not be able to recover from that punch. 1 Delinquent, discard Stadium, force your opponent to move 3 cards from his hand. 1 Hex Maniac to prevent him from being able to set up. even in those Greninja break matchups can be good. 2 copies of Lysandre. We want to be able to Lysandre something on our opponent bench very often that have a lot of retreat and actually no energy, so we can take advantage. 4 copies of N, of course, 1 Pokémon Ranger in case of that Giratina. You're not going to be able to attach those double cores energies, so we want to be prepared on everything. 4 Sycamores, of course, 1 Team Flare Grunt, 4 copies of Team Rocket Handiwork, 1 copy of Wally, just in case I can actually start to attack turn 1 with my Weezing. Now 1 Silent Lab actually, so each basic Pokemon in play, player hand or discard pile will have no abilities. That's very important. 2 copies of Float Stone for that free retreat, 1 copy of Float Stone for the free retreat. You never know when you can use that Float Stone. It can definitely be a good card. And 6 energies in total, so 4 double cores energies and 2 psychic energies, which actually ends up this deck by 60 cards. So if you're looking at any of these cards, you can find them on CCGCastle.com with my TCG Center 5 code in the video description. You can get 5% discount on your purchase. So it can be used once per person. So keep that in mind. If you didn't already do that, you can definitely do that. 5% is not something you would like to throw away. So let's do some... Okay guys, it's time for the Weezing Smoking Gas. So waiting for my opponent to decide, will he go first or second? I guess for me, maybe it's better to go second if I can find those hammers very quickly. And of course, play them correctly. So my opening hand is just very bad. No basic Pokemon. That's 1 extra card for my opponent. Well, there is 1 Koffing and Weezing. That means that I can use that Balloon Bomb turn 1. In theory, I can do that. But I think I will probably... I don't know. Maybe I can do that. So there's Zubat on the other side. Okay, this is going to be very interesting matchup. I know that he play bats, but just Golbat. So he will have that free retreat next turn. And in theory, maybe 20 damage. So there's 1 Trainers Mail for the Ultra Ball. Not sure what kind of deck he plays. No, it's weird that Weezing doesn't have resistance on fighting Pokemons. I mean, he can fly. That's weird. So Ultra Ball for Bursting Balloon and Double Chorus Energy. Well, that's okay. I think it's maybe Tyranitar EX on the other side. If it's Tyranitar, I guess I can try to maybe... I'm not sure. Maybe I can even Wally this turn into my Weezing and attach DC, or maybe I can Lysandre his Tyranitar, or maybe even Hoopa. Still don't know. Probably I will stick Lysandre in his Tyranitar without energies if he can find both Spirit Links, and he can. So I think that's the best thing I can do, in my opinion. Without Escape Rope, he's not going to be able to retreat. On the other side, next turn he can even one-hit knock out my Weezing. So definitely there's a Hex Maniac. Thanks a lot, friend. Definitely I have a Lysandre. He's... yeah, no doubt about that. Lysandre will be played for Ultra Ball and Wally and Hex Maniac. I can grab another Koffing, put it onto my bench. I guess I can attach double cores energy, but for this turn I'm not looking forward to do that. And I will just pass my turn. I don't know if he played disruptive cards like Enhanced Hammer. I don't know if there's any chance that he can knock out my Koffing. So that's the reason why I want to keep my DC in my hand. So there is 1 double cores energy on his active Tyranitar. There is 1 Golbat. That means that he can put 2 damage counters on my bench at Koffing. Interesting. And yeah, pretty much he can one-hit knock out my active Koffing in theory. Well, there's a double cores energy, there's a Weezing, so I'm looking for 2 Enhanced Hammers here, guys, to definitely clear this field here, but no sign of the Enhanced Hammer. So there is just a Bunnelby and Trainers Mail. So looking just for a single Enhanced Hammer. Well, this will work, definitely. So that Enhanced Hammer will give me advantage here, because I can discard the double cores energy from his Tyranitar. I can try to discard some cards from the top of his deck. 2 cards will be discarded. Okay, so I think Mega Turbo and Team Magma Secret Base, not bad. I mean, Mega Turbo definitely great thing. I forced him to lose one of his Mega Turbos, so Tyranitar have 4 retreat cost. Without Escape Rope or Switch, you're not going to be able to move that beast from the active position, so that's definitely a huge disadvantage for my opponent. On the other side, next turn, maybe even 8 cards will be discarded from the top of his deck, and okay, there's Escape Rope. That means that my Koffing is going to be knocked out, and I will definitely promote my Koffing in the active position. So hammer in for 60 all night long. There's the Evolution Spray for that Zubat. I like that. And there's a Lysandre on my Weezing. Okay, so it's gonna be 60. It's gonna be 60. So not gonna be enough for the knockout, at least. Maybe with Mega Tyranitar, but no energies in the discard pile for that Mega Turbo. 2 DCs already discarded. I will take 6 damage counters. I will play Sycamore for 7. Hopefully I can find double cores energy. It's going to be not a double cores energy, but Enhanced Hammer is going to be very important. Even single crushing hammer will do the great job. So Trainers Mail for nothing that I can use. And I think I will go with my Sycamore for 7. I really need that Enhanced Hammer here. Even regular crushing hammer, but I didn't hit any of these 2 cards. And that's not good. 1 energy on my Bunnelby, and I guess I can use my Balloon Bomb. So at least 4 cards, not bad. I saw some energies, I saw some Ultra Balls, and I don't know what else was discarded. 1 Reverse Volley. So there is Destroyer King. Right now he can go for 110 per turn without any problem. Okay, there is even 1 more Golbat. He have only 1 card in his hand. 20 on my Bunnelby and Sycamore for 7. So he needs to take 6 prize cards, and that's definitely not going to happen against Naniak's deck. No way that he can grab 6 prize cards before I deck him out. In my opinion, there is no way that he can do that. Next turn, I'm promoting my Bunnelby in the active position, and I'm playing my Team Rocket Handiwork, so I can be 100% sure that I can discard at least 2 cards from the top of his deck. So there is 1 Destroyer King, of course, for 540 damage. Well, that Weezing is broken totally. But there we go with the Bunnelby. So, nice top deck. Team Flare Grunt. Whew. Let's go with Team Rocket Handiwork. Well, 4 cards. Nice. 1 Burrow. That's 5 cards. 1 more Burrow. That's 6 cards. So 6 cards this turn discarded, just like that. He's down to 12 cards, and he still needs to take 5 prize cards. If I do my math right, I definitely need to find those hammers as soon as possible. I didn't discard a single double cores energy this turn. That means that he have a lot of double cores energies left. So it's time to play Weezing, I guess. It's time to try to discard 4 more cards on the top of his deck. And I hope I'm going to be able to do that. I'm looking for that hand. It will help him a little bit, but I really need those hammers. So come on, give me that heads on the coin flip here. Yes, so I will try with double cores energy. Don't have nothing to lose. If you don't have double cores energy, might not be able to attack. Balloon Bomb, just for 2 cards. And V-Seeker and Switch. Okay, not bad. Next turn, I guess I can Lysandre in his Tyranitar on the bench, because he's not going to be able without Escape Rope to retreat. And this might be it. Even now, if he missed double cores energy to attack, or if he missed to attack and knock out my Weezing, this game will be over for him. I can definitely tell you that. So there is 1 more Mega Tyranitar, and right now he can accelerate him. Oh, there's a Float Stone. Okay. There's a Float Stone. So he's down to 6 cards. Which means that... I don't know what was that. I really don't know what was that. That was a big misplay that he made. I mean, next turn probably I will go with my Bunnelby and Team Rocket Handiwork and try to discard 6 cards and win the matchup. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. So the game number 1 is over, and there is a first victory for this Weezing deck. Okay, so moving on with the deck test. So this is the game number 2. So I won the coin flip, and I will start first. Okay, so no basic in my hand. Let's see if that's the case on the other side. No, it's not. Alright, so 1 extra card from my opponent. It can be good, it can be bad, depending on how you look on that. So 2 Weezings, but no sign of the Koffing. Alright, so starting first and getting Team Rocket Handiwork can actually give me the boost. Discarding 2 cards, maybe even 4 cards from the top of my opponent deck on turn 1. So it's not bad, in my opinion. And right now he can take so many cards, like 4 mulligans, I guess, maybe even 5. I didn't count after the first one, because it was so frustrating to see me not being able to drop that basic Pokemon. But I mean, I only run 6 basic Pokemon, so it's not something unusual to see. So 2 Pokemons, 2 Froakies, Team Rocket Handiwork, 2 cards discarded, 1 N and 1 Max Potion, so that Max Potion will not have any effect by any way. I attach the double Force Energy. I take a big risk, but knowing that the Greninja deck and builds, they're not running any kind of disruption like Enhanced Hammer or Crushing Hammer. He can try to bubble me if he don't have that Wally, I guess, but that bubble will not be good. Oh, okay, there's a Wally. So right now he can water duplicate and duplicate up to 3 more Frogadiers. So this game might end pretty quickly here. I mean, he's down to 39 cards, but those water shurikens are gonna be so devastating for my bench. In my opinion, I don't know how I can mill out my opponent Greninja before he actually John Water Shuriken my entire bench. So there is 2 Frogadiers with cut. That's interesting. Those are actually a little bit different. So 1 Ultra Ball for Weezing. Not sure what kind of the Greninja he play. I mean, he play... Okay, interesting, but anyway. So, I don't know, I should put just my Weezing on the bench because I'm very scared about those. Well, let's go with 1 more Koffing. Trainers Mail, maybe for Crushing Hammer. Nope, but just for the Team Rocket Handiwork. Well, that can help a little bit. Balloon Bomb. Okay, 2 tails. A big disadvantage. So, with 2 tails, I guess with 2 heads he would be right now on 34 cards. Next turn maybe even to 26, 24, depend. There's V-Seeker for another N. Okay, so looks like he will go with this N right now, but he could even go with just, I guess, Wally for Greninja and start to attack because I cannot do any damage to him. So there is 1 Crushing Hammer, there is Greninja on the other side. Well, I guess he can Moonlight Slash, definitely. And he needs the Moonlight Slash. So there is 1 more Die Ball, probably for another Greninja. Alright, it is. So definitely huge disadvantage. He managed to set up pretty quickly. And those Greninja breaks are gonna be hitting the ground so quickly. So I need Stadium Delinquent, at least to try to mill out my opponent. There is 1 Team Rocket Handiwork. Let's see what we can get. Okay, 2 cards, 1 Town Map discarded, 1 Crushing Hammer for nothing. I have Weezing in my hand, so I'm looking forward for another Balloon Bump. This time, 6 cards discarded at this turn. Well, that's a good play, I guess. So 1 Energy Talonflame, not sure what else was discarded, but he's down to 29, and he still need to grab 6 prize cards. I mean, with Greninja Break, John Water Shuriken, my Weezing is knocked out. Just like that, so there is Greninja break. Okay, there is Faded Town. I don't know why, but okay, there's Sycamore for 7. But I'm looking forward maybe next turn to do something big. If his hand will be down to like 3 cards with that Delinquent, I can definitely tell you that. But still, somehow, I don't know. So there is one John Water Shuriken. Definitely my reason is knock it out. So 22 cards left. Well, I need damn good luck here. I mean, I need to discard 8 cards per turn. Probably that's not going to happen in the wildest dream. If I was able to use that balloon beam on my turn when I hit 2 tails, maybe for 2 heads, that would be 20 cards, 16 cards for my opponent. Right now he can grab another Greninja break, retreat, use another John Water Shuriken, and knock out my Weezing. That means that I'm in a big trouble here. So there's one more Greninja break, and as I mentioned, it retreat will do the job. There's even one more dipole, but he have that very needed energy play attached. Even if I Delinquent him, he can easily recover back from that. So let's see. Can he find another energy? No, that's okay. So Moonlight Slash for 80. But next turn he can definitely end the game here, I can tell you that. So Trainers Mail for a Lysandre. Even if I do that Lysandre, that's not going to be good. I need energy card and I don't have energy, so I guess I will just Ultra Ball. And I'm putting my Bunnelby on the bench. That's free prize for my opponent. I know that, but maybe I can somehow put him down to very low amount of the cards with and later in the game. So there is one Crushing Hammer. That's good. But it's tails. That's bad. More than that, I need to hit 2 heads here. Okay, so he's going down to 14. Okay, one more energy discarded. That's very important. To mill as many energies as I can. So he needs John Water Shuriken and another John Water Shuriken, and 2 of my Pokemons are going to be knocked out. So Bunnelby is knocked out here. And he will go down to 4 prize cards. It's better Bunnelby than Weezing, I guess. It will somehow give me the opportunity maybe to use that N. But right now he can use another John Water Shuriken and even put 8 more damage on my Weezing. But I will end him down to 3 cards next turn. And maybe that can be a big advantage for me if he misses energy attachment and even support a card to draw. And I just need to set up Koffings, and those Koffings are going to be easily knocked out from those John Water Shurikens. So there is one Moonlight Slash for the 80, of course, and it's my turn. So Super Rod for 2 Koffing and 1 Weezing. I'm looking forward to play that Silent Lab just to cut 1 card from my hand and end down to 3. Okay, there is 1 Koffing, but there is no sign with the double course energy for me, and that can be very, very, very bad. Well, there is a Super Rod for the next turn. I just need to somehow survive this turn right now, because if he can find 2 energies, the game is over. So he just needs John Water Shuriken and the Moonlight Slash, and the game is over. But he have only 4 cards in his hand, so any kind of the V-Seeker for Fisherman will do the job. So there's a rare candy for another Greninja, and 2 cards left in his hand. I wouldn't be surprised personally to see him missing attack here. So there's one John Water Shuriken, just like that. So he can take one prize here. And the question is, what he have left in his hand? Can he get that access to the energy card? Well, there's a Sycamore for 7, so the game is over. He even had that V-Seeker, and he didn't play Fisherman. He just decided to go with the Sycamore, and I wouldn't laugh right now if he missed energy, but no, he managed to get energy card. So against Greninja Break, I guess, it's so undifficult to play, because I didn't even find that Hex Maniac, and definitely a hard time playing against it. Alright guys, so for the game number 3, I just decided to remove 2 Handiworks and add 4 copies of Puzzle of Time, so I can actually play more Crushing Hammers. So let's do the game number 3 with 4 Puzzle of Times without Wally and without 4 Team Rocket Handiworks. So let's see how the deck will work in this way. Okay guys, so the last game and the game number 3, waiting for my opponent to call the heads or tails. Looks like he won the coin flip, so probably I will start second. It's not the big deal, because I can always play my hammers. Well, there's just a single Bunnelby sitting in my hand. At least there is also one energy card. So more than that, I have N. There is a Remoraid. So he started with his Remoraid in active spot. If there will be Stadium card, I can even Delinquent on the turn 1, but not sure how good that will be. So my best bet is to attach energy and play M. So Ultra Ball for 2 fire energies already. Maybe he play Volcanion with Artillery, and there is Hoopa EX, so probably it is Volcanion with Artillery. So Hoopa for that, Scunder Ring, and he can search his deck for up to 3 EX Pokemons and put them into his hand. So 2 Volcanions and 1 Shaman EX. Alright, that's interesting. Shaman Artillery in same deck. Not sure what to say about that. So 2 Volcanion EX set up on the bench. He have probably Skyfield in his deck, maybe not. But we'll find out. It's my turn, so he didn't play anything else. That means that I will N and remove his Shaman from his hand. No energies from my opponent. That means that I can put my Koffing on the bench and pretty much just use Burrow. Burrow for 2, 1 more energy, and another Burrow will be 4. Another energy. Okay, so far 4 energies in his discard pile. All those energies can easily be recycled with the Baby Volcanion. There it is, Baby Volcanion. But first he needs to find a way to retreat with a Float Stone. So there is a Dive Ball. And right now his Artillery will have to retreat instead of the 1. So Remoraid have 1 retreat cost, Artillery 2. And he definitely needs to find a way to get that Float Stone to retreat. If he misses opportunity to get Float Stone and retreat, I might be in position actually to... Okay, there's energy retrieval for 2 more steam ups, but he's not going to be able to use 2 steam ups, only 1, because he already used 1. And he can Trainers Mail and then a Beazle Hand. So maybe, probably he's going to be able to find a Float Stone here. Even better Switch. So even Switch can do the great job. Right now he can go with his Power Hitter and just knock out my Bunnelby for 80. And even a Beazle Hand for 3 more. And the card I'm looking for definitely will be Lysandre. I will definitely need to find a few Lysandres so I can Lysandre his Hoopa and Volcanion on the bench. That's my only option. There is one Skyfield. I wish right now I had that Delinquent in my hand, but unfortunately I don't have. Of course, 2 energies attached already on that Volcanion, so I need heads first in the Crushing Hammer to remove energy from his active Volcanion. Not gonna happen. Trainer's Mail maybe for another one. No. So 2 Weezings and Sycamore for 7. He have 33 cards left. So I need double course energy so badly, and of course I didn't get double course energy, just 4 hands, not even hands of the coin flip here. That's totally devastating. So I miss opportunity to get heads with 2 crushing hammers. I miss opportunity to get that very needed double course energy to start attack with my Weezing, so I'm in a huge disadvantage at this moment. He can again use Power Heater, attach 2 more energies on his benched Pokemons. There is even 1 Klefki that he can use, and there is 1 Fire Energy actually attached on his Volcanion in the active position. He didn't decide to go with the Steam Up. I guess I will just keep going on with my Sycamore for 7. There is 1 Abyssal Hand for 2. Maybe he can find... Okay, even Fighting Fury Belt, so that will be enough for the 1-hit knockout. Still, he's now to 30 cards. There is 1 Power Heater only for 30. 2 energies from discard pile, probably on the Volcanion and another Volcanion. No, on the Volcanion EX and Volcanion. Okay, so 2 pieces of puzzles at the same time I can play to grab any 2 cards from my discard pile. Of course, any 2 cards from my discard pile, I will grab 2 crushing hammers. I really need those hammers. I really need to hit heads on the coin flip at least once to disable that active Volcanion. Another heads, another energy, and I guess this is gonna be V-Seeker for Sycamore, so I'm going to 27 cards, but I need that double course energy so I can start attack. Okay, so there we go. 2 Trainers Mails, I guess I can play them, but I will keep for now those Trainers Mails in my hand. And Balloon Bomb for 2 cards. I think that was Sycamore and V-Seeker. That's definitely great, this card as the top deck. I don't know which card he managed to top deck, but the best thing is that his Volcanion is in the active position without energy cards. There's energy retrieval, so he can easily grab 2 more energies, use 1, maybe even 2 Steam Ups. Maybe he can even find Switch. Oh, even better, Olympia. So there we go. Easily retreat on the Volcanion. He can go with Steam Up for 130, and my Weezing is gonna be Knock It Out. I still don't have opportunity to get that Lysandre. It's definitely not good. So 1 Steam Artillery for 100. It's enough for the knockout. I'm putting another Weezing in fire. It's definitely not good at this moment at all. So the top deck Lysandre might give me opportunity to buy some time here. 2 Trainers Mails. I don't know, 1 Team Flare Grunt and another Trainers Mail for Ultra Ball. I can even grab that Hex Maniac, but I would like better have another Koffing on my bench. It's not good. Definitely, it's not good, but it is how it is. If he miss I mean, he have too much cards in his hand. That V-Seeker for Olympia can happen easily. I don't know. I don't know. The top deck Lysandre was good, but if that was the top deck Lysandre like 3 turns before, it would be much better. Right now, he can easily attach 1 more energy on his Volcanion, go for 100 with Steam Up for 100 and 30. If he, yeah, there's a Steam Up for 130, so he can knock out my Weezing. He can even Abyssal Hand for 2. Only thing I can actually find good for me is trying to survive somehow until my opponent will have something like 2 cards or 1 card in his hand, 1 prize or 2 prize cards, so I can actually try to end him. So Team Rocket Handiwork. To play or not to play piece of puzzle. Well, let's play piece of puzzle because next turn I even need to play my Sycamore. Well, Ace Trainer will be Ace Trainer will be top deck, so I will play Ace Trainer actually, and put my opponent down to 3 cards. But still, probably he's gonna be able to knock me out and grab prize cards. So I need Miracle here with that Ace Trainer actually. I need Weezing, double course energy, another Koffing, stuff like that. I didn't find anything of that. Just the Koffing and the Weezing, so I can maybe survive a turn. There is one Crushing Hammer to be played. At least one energy can be discarded. One Super Rod to recycle back. 2 Bunnelbys and 1 Weezing. And more than that, that's it. Next turn I guess I can try Lysandre, but the card I'm looking for is Seeker for N. That's the card that I need, and that's the card that I'm looking for. And if he can find just a single energy or Fighting Fury Belt, well, there's a Steam Up, so Weezing is knock it out. Steam Up for Steam Artillery for 130, Weezing knock it out. My turn, my top deck is a Bunnelby. Let's try with the Lysandre just because we can, and we'll pass the turn. But Seeker for Olympia will do the job for my opponent, so he can just retreat and attack with his Volcanion. But even better, there's a Float Stone, so he can Float Stone his Hoopa on his Volcanion and actually knock out my Koffing and win the game. So, 3 games played in a row. Managed to win just the first one against that Mega Tyranitar. The other 2 games against Greninja Break and against Volcanion were totally disaster for my build. I was not able to do anything. I mean, that's pretty much what you can expect with this build. In my opinion, this build can definitely be good against a deck like Yveltal Fry Knight, against Dark Rage Giratina, against those decks who depend on a heavy energy requirement. But on the other side, against the decks like Greninja Break, Volcanions, who are actually fast and who can one-hit knock out your Weezing, you're probably going to have a hard time winning and milling out your opponent with it. So once again, guys, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more future videos if you already didn't. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. Till the next time, have a nice day and good